All right, so if we then look at the approach to get there, then we more or less identify 4 steps that you have to take as a business. And it really maybe helps you as an organization to look at yourself and see how you are going to do it. So, of course, the first step is to work with AI, is that you have your data well organized. In most businesses where we interact with, or where we have partnerships built across, is that they use ERP systems, CRM systems, or financial systems, and those systems already help them to categorize data in a kind of way that helps us to run the model. So be aware that if you have a system within your organization, that right data registration is really a key driver to eventually overcome price challenges, and it just helps you in many more ways than that. But just be keen upon that with your organization, that you kind of force the organization in such a way that they work neatly with the data registration, and that is the basic element of the business, and that those fundamentals are in place to eventually utilize on the capability of the technologies and the capabilities that it brings to push your business to the next level. The next step is then to, once the data is well organized, to start to automate a process, right? Because automation of a process can easily be activated once the data organization is well set. So we do that with the price optimization process in our organizations. So for us, it's for instance, like if you look at businesses that still work with Excel, is the Excel data well organized in their current systems? If that answer is yes, then we can also start to automate that in a tool and then eliminate the Excel, so that we can free up time, because that process then becomes an automated thing. Then the next step is, once you have that in place and you have the pricing process in place, and that kind of runs. So it means that we can start with optimization, meaning that we can do machine learning models on top of an existing models. Machine learning models don't consume quite a lot of data, so it can be a limited amount of data, and you can still do the analysis in terms of how that data is processed, and the results can be verified. So that really helps to get the organization going. And then you have already 3 building blocks that lead up to the final step. And then the final step is the incorporation of, for instance, a large language model that serves you as an AI. Once you deploy then the AI makes always use of the data source that you give it. So if that is step 1 and step 4 is delivering a result, it already helps you with the reasoning why a result comes out of that specific question or setting of a business, right? Because you know the input building blocks for the answer that you have received. But because you also have a process optimization and also a machine learning, the reasoning for you to understand how AI is processing data and is coming to a result, besides that you can ask the AI, how did you get to that result? It also helps you to identify where in the process there's even more optimization possibilities, but also that it helps you, of course, as an organization to have a certain kind of grip and control across that process, what can help you eventually also with your governance structure. So in these 4 steps, we really see that it is a simplistic way of helping organizations to get those steps in. Of course, there's more nitty-gritty details and steps that we can do in between, but in let's say the red line and big steps that you can take are identified in these 4 steps that we have presented here.